to episode 98 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's 2 T's. CATT stands for Craft All the Things. Welcome. It's been a while again. I don't know why I do this to myself, because now when I come back after such a long break, I kind of have so many things I could talk about, and I don't want to overdo it, and I'm going to try not to skip things, and I have my notes today, so we'll see how well I can stick to them. And it's also a special episode because I just came back from Rhinebeck this weekend, so I have lots of Rhinebeck stories to tell. Whew, and I just ran up and down the stairs looking for one of my projects to show off, so that's why I'm a little winded. And I'm a little sniffly, so I will try not to cough and sneeze too much through the show. But anyways, thank you so much for checking me out. If you are new, thank you. I'm hoping to, I say this a lot, and I'm really hoping I can come back to podcasting for a bit. I go through waves where I'll podcast pretty regularly, then I'll kind of get burnt out, and I'll stop for a while, and I always come back, and it's a weird dynamic because, I do like the podcasting. I think it's fun. I've met a lot of great people, but it's a lot of work behind the scenes, and the editing gets involved, and then you do all this work and then you don't see much growth, so then it gets kind of like the mind games start. So if you watch Adrienne, the Reluctant Knitter from the Reluctant Sisters podcast, she kind of went into that a little bit too, as far as why am I doing this, and is it worth it? And it's you like to see the numbers go tick up, and when they don't, it kind of gets you kind of take it personally. So anyways, off on a tangent already, and I'm trying not to be, but you can find me on Ravelry, Facebook, Instagram as the Cat Lady. I have a Facebook group, the Cat Lady Podcast, or just the Cat Lady. I might have changed it. But just look for the Cat Lady with 2 T's on Facebook, and you should find me. I've been trying to be a little bit more active on Facebook because I took a very long hiatus on Instagram. I will be slowly returning to Instagram, I think. I need to kind of weed through some of my followers and just kind of the people I'm following, because it gets overwhelming. So, and I just need to keep it simple, right? So my Facebook group is really simple. It's just me posting things that I'm working on, and I have lots of people that come in and comment, and just it's kind of a fun, comfortable place. So I'm enjoying my Facebook group now. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, I'd love to have you over there. So, and then I will slowly start coming back to Instagram. I'll post this on Instagram, of course, the link. So, and again, I'm the Cat Lady, or my email, YouTube is Crafty Cat Lady, because Cat Lady was taken. So, if you are returning, thank you so much for your support. I mean, it's been a lot of years now. It's been years. It's been 4 years, I think, that I've been podcasting. Maybe I'm into my 5th year. I think it'll be 5 in March. So yeah, it's 4.5 years I've been doing this off and on. So, so I really appreciate you. And thank you for all those who have reached out over the last few months asking how I'm doing and everything. I really appreciate it. Today is October 22nd, 2019. It is my birthday today, so it's another special day for me. And I'm trying to do this kind of quickly before my friend takes me out to lunch, and then I have a bunch of other things I gotta do today. It's definitely not a lazy day. It's a busy day today, so. And I am podcasting to you from Michigan, and it is a nice, beautiful fall day today. It did say it might rain later, so I'm hoping it doesn't, but we got some pretty fall colors and some kind of nice crisp fall weather today. Quick podcast news. My sweater knit along is still going forward. If you have knit a sweater this year, starting after January 1st, all the way through the end of November, an adult sweater, please enter it into the Ravelry thread. You can win a prize. So you can enter up to 3 times, so 2 sweaters. So knit 2 adult size sweaters. Each one can count as an entry. And then you can get a bonus 3rd entry for posting a picture of you wearing a sweater at a fiber festival. So you don't have to go to the fiber festival to participate in the Fiber Fest sweater cal. But and this is with Adrienne of the Reluctant Sisters podcast, you can enter into both. But since we were both going to fiber festivals and making sweaters, we decided that would be a fun knit along. So, but again, you don't have to have gone to the Fiber Festival to enter in at least twice. So you get that third extra bonus entry if you knit a sweater and wore it to a Fiber Festival. So any questions, please email, comment, whatever. But all that's on Ravelry, so please enter. And I have some prizes. So I have, so if you saw my floor right now, you'd be like, oh, it's kind of bad. But so we have a skein of the West Yorkshire Spinners Essential Aran wool nylon. This is 100 grams. 219 yards. So we got this. And let's see, I'm looking for a colorway. I don't think they have colorway names, but very pretty. Very summery. And that was donated by the Reluctant Sisters. And then also, we got this little Notions pouch. Got little kitty cats on it. So just a little snap pouch. And I also will make a bag of sorts and maybe a pom-pom. I don't know, I have some other ideas floating around that I need to get it together. And then I purchased a skein, so the grand prize, I'm trying to do a couple prizes. It really depends on how many entries we have. I guess if I only have 10 people entering, we'll probably only do one prize. So you can choose which yarn you want. So there's that yarn, and then I purchased this at Rhinebeck, and this was kind of supposed to be like the big prize. So this is Cece's wool. It is superwash merino, 560 yards, fingering weight in the barnyard colorway. So see if we can focus that. There we go. So I just thought that was a real pretty, kind of neutrally grungy, I don't know. Trying to think of something that wasn't like super out there. This is sort of neutrally, but it's also kind of different. I would knit it. So that is one of the prizes. Okay, so I will do a quick recap of what I've been knitting because, to be honest, for being a whole summer worth of being gone, it hasn't been much. So, but I do have a few things I'd like to share that I have been working on, and then I will talk about Rhinebeck and the stash that went with Rhinebeck. Okay, so last I did record in May, so these have been on the needles for a while. I was working on a pair of knee-high socks, just for the heck of it. I still haven't worn them yet, so they still are fresh and crisp looking. But I finished my knee-high socks, and of course they are huge because I'm tall, I have huge feet. So this is my knee-high sock using Knit Picks Felici. And it comes up to my knee, so no idea when and where I'm going to wear them, but I really wanted to make some. So, and I happen to have 4 skeins of this, so I went through. I had about this left, like, I don't know, it might be like 20 grams maybe of each second skein per sock. So, perfect amount. These are called basic knee-high toe-up socks. I had to really modify the pattern, and if I knit them again, I would modify it even differently because the person who did them would knit one sock out of one 50-gram skein, which, I knit one regular sock out of a 50-gram skein for the most part, so that didn't quite work. I put in contrasting heel and toes just because I like to do that with the striping socks to maintain the stripe pattern. So finished those in the summer sometime when I kind of started knitting again. So that's those. And I think my project pages are updated. I don't have good pictures of those yet, so I still need to take pictures of those. David socks. So I made a pair of socks for David. That's what I had to run up and down the stairs looking for. And these are just a basic 3x1 ribbed sock. I accidentally ribbed on the back too, on the bottom. So whatever. These are in Patton's Croy. He loves Mama's socks though, so just a basic little pair of socks. Stop trying to look for my face, camera. So I did those, and then I decided to start working on my Rhinebeck sweater because, you know, it was like August. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go in a couple months. I kind of wanted to have a sweater. And I'm doing the Sweater Festival Cal, so I should make my own sweater, right? So I made the Lang Laid by Melissa Shoshwari, and it's from Plum Dandy Knits. It was a collaboration book between Alicia Plummer and Melissa Shoshwari. So this is made from Knit Picks Brava worsted. It's really just a real basic sweater in the front, but then you have this really nice, not at the end of the episode, I'm going to try to put some pictures from Rhinebeck so you can see pictures of me wearing it. If you follow me on Facebook already, you've seen this. I don't think I posted it on Instagram though. But it's got this nice motif. There it is. It's really hard to see when you're not wearing it, but it's a nice like leafy motif on the sleeves. Again, Knit Picks Brava worsted in the Seraphim colorway. So yeah, and I did get a comment that asking what yarn it was, and you know, someone's like, "Oh, it looks like this whatever wool yarn." And I said, "No, it's acrylic." So it's always nice when you know, your acrylic looks like wool, because I don't know, Knit Picks is it's a decent yarn, so, and it's affordable. So and then. So again, last minute, and like a week and a half before Rhinebeck, our friend Brandy, who is Brandy Miller Designs, says, "Hey, anyone who's knit my sock pattern, can you wear it to Rhinebeck so we can get a picture of everyone in the sock pattern?" Well, I've been meaning to knit the sock pattern. It's called Running Through Socks by Brandy Miller. However, I never got around to it. Well, once she said that, I'm like, well, shoot, I need to support my friend. I want to have, fun picture at Rhinebeck with all of our socks. So I threw two at a time concurrently. So I had 2 sets of double pointed needles knitting 2 socks. So I knit some here, did some there, and I knit, and they're not washed. So I'm just gonna kind of like, here I folded them so they looked semi-clean, but they're not there. There we go. So this is the Running Through Socks pattern. This is the self-striping version. So basically the patterning goes right on the stripe. She has a variegated pattern as well, and we took a picture. I have a picture of all of us in our socks, and I'm the only one with the striping socks. So you can see what the variegated one looks like when I post a picture of that. And then lastly, oh, not lastly. Oh, okay, I'm still doing finished objects. Okay, I do have a couple of whips, but so last finished object. So this was my Rhinebeck knitting car ride project / hotel knitting, dinner knitting. So I started making Christmas ornaments for, I always want to get my face. Don't get my face. I started making Christmas ornaments for teacher gifts. So we got, these are literally all Felici, and then the Patton's Croy from David Socks. Oh, and this Patton's Croy from David Socks is actually ripped out from Jim's socks. So it was like Jim's first or second pair of socks, maybe second pair, and I did socks on a plane. Well, he did not like the cable. He is a purist vanilla sock person. So, but we got all the Felici there. We got the knee-high socks. These are the running through, Jingle Bell, the jingle colorway, knee-high socks, and those all three. I think all 3 of those are from the knee-high socks. The Goth Kitty? Possibly. What did I just do with the socks? Let's see. So you have the greenish. Yep, those are all 3 from the Goth Kitty colorway. So almost a whole tray of these. I'd like to do 2 of these total. 3, 6, 9 per. Yeah, I think two sets. I still need to go buy another one. But yeah, I got to jump up on that, so that's cool. And that was an easy car project. It was an easy, sit around and not have to really pay too much attention project. So, so that's whip. So we're moving on to whips. So that is a whip. Another whip that I started sometime over the summer. I don't know why, to be honest. I know why. I like it, and I want it for myself, but I just randomly picked that out of the blue. But this is the Bow Tie Ascot by Pam Powers. Let's see. So that is what it will look like. This is the 3rd one I've made, but the first 2 I made for a friend. One I made for her, I think, and then the next one I made, she asked me to make one for her friend. So, and this is in Lion Brand Heartland. It's basically cabled along the edges, and then it, here's the, it goes like that, and then you fold it. So, and then it kind of does the whole poke through keyhole scarf kind of. So I'm not very far. I got like one little petal of the bow. So this will like fold over and be like a bow. So yeah, but I started that in like, I don't know, probably August or something. And then I started my sweater, and then just keeps kind of getting pushed to the side. So there's that. And then I also I started another sweater, and I thought this was going to be fast, but it's not, because it hurts my hands to knit bulky. So this is a bulky weight sweater. I bought the yarn. This was my last Christmas yarn, last Christmas present. This was my yarn present to myself. And this was the sweater that it was destined to be. This is the Keen, also from the Plum Dandy Knits book. So, you know, I just separated for the sleeves and got a couple inches in. I tried it on. It seems to fit good. It's a little darker than it's showing on screen, but it is like a nice red, deep red burgundy. It's in the Knit Picks Brava Bulky. So, in the wine colorway. But it is a turtleneck sweater. So there's a picture of the sweater. So just real basic, with a nice big turtleneck. It's like a fisherman's ribbed neck. Let's get a picture of it. So this is by Alicia Plummer. So again, from the Plum Dandy Knits book. And this is in the Mickey mini bag I made last summer, or, you know, like a year ago or something. I don't know, I was making bags, which I really want to make more bags, but time, I have no time. So there is a Mickey mini bag. It's a little, like, I didn't make it deep enough, but it still fits just fine. It fits a couple things of yarn and the sweater progress, the pattern, so it's fine. So those are, let's see, those are on my whip, so I don't have anything else going on. So, but I do need Christmas knitting. Now it's time for Christmas knitting, so I'm going to make some more fingerless gloves. I got the Christmas ornaments and possibly some other things. Spinning, so I do have something on the wheel. So I got a woolly winder right for Mother's Day, so pretty much right after I stopped podcasting, I got my woolly winder, so that's been cool. And I put a braid on it pretty much right away, but I still haven't finished. I have like this much left of the single to spin, and then I have to ply it. And I'm going to do a 2-ply. It's a Highland Handmaid's Pitch Pine top. It's a black and ecru dyed BFL. So it's like a mix of black BFL and cream colored BFL that's been dyed. And it's like blues and oranges and yellows and something like that. If I remember to take a picture, I will put a picture in, but I don't have a picture of it currently. So, and it is still on my wheel. It's on my Ashford Traditional. So for Rhinebeck, I made some gifts for my buddies, and oh shoot, I left that downstairs. I will put it. I will, if I do the little slideshow, I will show everything. But this is the bag I made. So we have a Facebook message chat thing that we have ongoing, and you know the name changes relatively frequently, but it's been Llama Squad for quite some time. So I made this little Llama Squad bag for all my friends that were at Rhinebeck. Had their name on it. And inside I had just a little dollar store Notion bag. Put everyone's initial on it. I filled it with chocolate. And then I made a mug. That's what I forgot to grab. I forgot to grab my mug. But again, I do have a picture of it, so if I remember to put the picture in. So everyone got the mug, the bag, and the little pouch. On the pouch I had like a little stitch marker, and I have one left over for me, and I don't know what I did with it. I probably put it in did I save it in here? No, I did not. But it's like a little glass bead see if I can find it. There it is. Okay, so I bought a little set of stitch markers and gave everyone a stitch marker. And then, so this was the, probably won't be able to see it, but maybe. It's like an orangey, and then it has green. It was kind of reminded me of Halloween. You can focus? No? Hoping for Christmas I get a new camera. It's not guaranteed, but not that this camera is bad, but you know, it is kind of acting up on me sometimes. And maybe if I got an updated one, this one's a few years old, it would be easier to record with, but I don't know. I do have to watch the time. I'm already at 20 minutes. I will get kicked off in 10 more minutes. So, put this back. So that is a stitch marker from Neatsy's Porch on Etsy. And she sent me a really lovely care package that I'll talk about in a few minutes. So I ordered some for my ladies and then friends. So, okay, so that's it for crafts. Now it's on to Rhinebeck. So we left on Friday morning. Jim took me again and drove the whole time because he's a saint. So the kids, the grandma came over in the morning and watched the kids and took them to the bus so that Jim and I could leave a little early, because usually I have to wait till the kids get on the bus, which is like 8:30 almost, which is not terrible, but it's nice to leave a little early. So she came over around 7 and we were on the road by 7. So we got on the road by 7. We got into town by 6 o'clock, which was like amazing. It was the first time I've gotten into town and it's still been light out. So we made minimal stops. We packed all our food with us, so we really just had to stop for gas and using the bathroom. So that night we met everybody in the group that was in the group at Popeyes for Friday night dinner, which was so-so. Can't say I would go there again unless I was meeting a group of friends there. Really, that's the only reason. So, but we hung out and chatted and knitted and kind of got to see each other for the first time in a long time. Got to meet Michael and Brandy for the first time. So all the rest of them I had met before, but so that was fun. The hotel lost some reservations, and Sarah had some problems with her reservation, other problems, and I don't know. Lots of drama, lots of hotel drama. So everyone ended up back at the cabins that we had stayed at last year. But my room was fine. I didn't want to go back to the cabins particularly just because we had problems last year. See last year's Rhinebeck video for details. So here we are. We stayed in our room, Jim and I, and Jen joined us in our room. So that was that. Everyone else ended up at the cabins, which was fine. There's no phone service there, so it's very difficult, especially with us having small kids that are at their grandparents' house. We like to be able to communicate, so it makes us a little nervous not being able to communicate with them. So, and we're only like 20 minutes away from the festival, so getting up in the morning and just heading out just makes everything easier. So we got to Rhinebeck by 8:30. We had stopped at Starbucks first, got a coffee, chilled out in the parking grass for a while, and then got our tickets and got in. So we waited a little bit. We didn't wait too long, but we were early enough that we actually had to wait before they let us in. So as soon as we got in, we ran into Building C, which is the building that has Miss Babs, Into the World, Loop, all the kind of popular vendors, a lot of the popular ones. A lot of the popular vendors are in A, B, and C. So that's where we went. Well, we knew C. We just wanted to go into C first, fiber optics. So as I talk, I will show what I've gotten, since I'll kind of take a stroll through Rhinebeck. You can take a stroll through Rhinebeck with me. So we're in the car. And last year, Jen and I had gotten. First, I'll tell you who was all there. So all these people I met through podcasting, which is amazing. So it was Sarah, who used to be the Canadian Knitter podcast, but now she is the Steeped in Books podcast, so she does a book podcast, and she also is a podcaster for Read Bliss, I believe it is, who does book reviews. So she's kind of doing the book podcast thing. Mandy, who occasionally does Mandy Pinecone Crafts. Michael, who sometimes does the Gay Knitter podcast. Lynn, who is still going at it strong, is the Wayward Skein. Brandy, who is Brandy Miller Designs. She does not have a podcast, but she's done a lot of hats and sock designs and some shawls. So she is an up-and-coming designer, so go check her out. Jessica, who is the Sarah Nova Crafts podcast, and she's still going at it when she gets the chance. And Jen, who is formerly the Uncreative Crafter podcast. So maybe she'll come back again too sometime. So that was it. There was 7. There was 8 of us, and then there was my husband, Jim, and then Lynn's fiance, Rob. So there was 10 of us that met up. So anyways, so that was the group. But Jen and I and Jim got to the festival right when they opened. We got in. Jen and I booked it to Building C. And in the car, we're like, Miss Babs, overrated. We had our shawls we had bought the Rhinebeck colorway last year, and we both made Raina shawls. Hers, she was finishing up in the car, or on the hill eventually. So she finished it, but it didn't get finished until pretty much the end of the day. But is this the right side? I don't know what the right and wrong side is. I think this is the right side. It's my lighting in here is making it well. Actually, I'll fix the lighting on the computer. It probably will turn out, but it's very purpley. This is the Raina. So, anyways. Hers looks like more black and brown. Mine's like very purpley. Hers is very dark, like blackish purple. It's like really insane how different. And we grabbed the 2 skeins at the same time. So we're like, oh, we don't need this Babs again. That was silly. Because it's like Jim waited in the line for like an hour for it. And it was just the mad rush. The second we get into Building C, it's not busy yet because we got there so early. We walk to Miss Babs' booth. We see the Rhinebeck 2019 color, and it's kind of Jen's color. She really likes the beachy blues and stuff. So it was like, and there was a mad rush, of course, for the Rhinebeck color. So we got them. So this was our first purchase, and there was no line. Jim grabbed them and got mine, and that was it. So we got the Estrelita base, which is the sparkly. And yeah, I had to have someone like hand them to me, and so, but it's definitely nothing to do with like fall in Rhinebeck or anything. It's very like peachy blue, speckly, but it's really pretty. And we grabbed 2. Again, we didn't have a chance to like look at them next to each other, particularly when grabbing them. You just grabbed what you could get. So it's not like even if we, last year we could have done it anyways. And it doesn't matter because we're not using them. But I would never make a sweater because even if you alternated them, they look striped. So this is our Rhinebeck 2019. This is our first acquisition. And yeah, after we just said like, oh, we don't need Miss Babs, here we are. So that is our twinsy for the 2019. So then we went to Into the World, and I got my odds and ends. And this is, I said, this is my only fiber because I have not spun the fiber from last year. I am not getting any more fiber except for my odds and ends because I did spin those and they're fun and it's like perfect for my spindle. So another bag of odds and ends from Into the World. So that's only $20. It's pretty good deal. So I'm excited to get the spindle going again. Work on that. So, as I said, no more fiber. I walked into Fiber Optic, which is my favorite place to get fiber because they have those beautiful gradients. But again, I have 2 gradients still that I have not touched. So I'm like, okay, no more of that. Well, they had a clearance bin. So guess what? We got some more fiber. It was on clearance. So this is called Once in a Lifetime. And it's real pretty. Blues and purples. And Jen's like, oh, those are my colors. I said, well, those are kind of my colors too. I like the purples and the darks, and she likes the blues, so it's kind of like a Andrea Jen color. It is a BFL silk, so I mean, come on. BFL silk on sale. Couldn't pass it up. But that is all the fiber I got, so I was good. And so that is all the fiber I got. And I told myself to watch the camera, and I saw it at 21 minutes, and what did I do? I forgot about it. So here we go. So then we went over to our next mission, which was White Birch Fiber Arts. So that was on my must-have list this year because I missed it last year. And I like they have real nice crisp striping pattern. So I'm like, okay, well I missed the color I wanted last year, which was the Rhinebeck exclusive, so I will just get any fun stripy thing from White Birch. So we tried to find them. They were not in the same place they were last year, so we figured out where they were. And lo and behold, they had the Rhinebeck colorway from last year again. I guess a lot of people missed out, and a lot of people were upset. So this is the Rhinebeck Rainbow from White Birch. And Jen got one too, so I guess we have another twinsy. We did discuss socks. Of course they're going to be socks. I mean, they're made for socks. They have very narrow stripes and lots of fun colors. But this is like, it's like a, you know, jewel toned rainbow almost, so which is like totally me. So we both got one of those, and Jen bought this for me for my birthday. So that was very nice of her. Thank you, Jen. Losing track of stuff here. So that was White Birch. So then we went to Gail's Art because I wanted a sock blank. I had a few things on my list that I wanted to get. So a sock blank, the twinsy yarn with Jen, the Into the World odds and ends, and the White Birch. So we got my sock blank. What did I do with it? Here it is. So Gail, and I saw this on Instagram over the summer when I was still on there. Gail was starting this kind of weird like knit, or like half the blank is like a solid and the other half is kind of the fun stenciling in colors. So essentially this will stripe a bit, like there'll be thin stripes, but when you're knitting across, you know, you'll get, you know, color, dark, dark, color, color, dark, dark, color, color, dark, dark. So you'll get these little stripes. So how fun is that? So that was perfect, and it's sparkly. This is the, I don't think it has a color on it. I think it had a name on it, but this one doesn't have it on there. So I'll have to look it up. So that was that. And that was like all my must-haves. Jen had a few other places she wanted to go check out, so we went we didn't do Rhinebeck as we normally do. Usually we would hit the ABC buildings and then just wander through the barns. But we kind of had things on our mind that we knew we wanted, and things sell out, especially the popular things. So, you know, sock blanks, I think one year they were pretty minimal by the time we got around to them, but I think those I think she's beefed up her stock a bit. She seemed to have a lot this year and last year. But anyways, the Babs, the Rhinebeck colorway is gone within like the first 20 minutes. So again, we kind of zigzagged around until we got everything we wanted to, and then we backtracked and went through all the buildings again. We visited the animal barns. I always have to stop and record the auctioneer because it cracks me up. Kids thought it was funny. I got a couple videos. I know one of the videos is on Jim's phone still, so of the sheep buying, which we determined the sheep don't baa, they kind of ma. So there's a very distinctive N sound, not B, from the sheep. And then we went through the food and, oh, I didn't bring that either. Okay, I'm going to pause because I want. So we wandered through the food and cheese and samples building, which also has like the judging and the show for the winning knitwear and spinning and everything. So, but I wanted to pick up a bottle of wine for our grandmother, that the kids' grandma and grandpa, but grandma came over and watched the kids. And then Jim's like, oh, we should get one for my parents too, since they were watching the kids for the weekend. And then so I went through and did some wine tasting, which was fun. But then we stumbled across the company that was selling a like warmed, like mulled wine with spices, and it was kind of like a port wine brandy, I think, concoction. It just says wine on the bottle, but I was reading the description. And it is called Hedda. And it is in this cool bottle that has a sheep on it. Stop looking for my face. So that's that. And it is a traditional glögg, handcrafted in the Nordic tradition, served heated. So yes, they were serving it like warmed, and it was really good. It is a very potent. It's 21.9% by volume. Red wine infused with fruit and spices, but it was really good. So pour into saucepan, heat to simmer, Pour and enjoy. Serving size 2 to 3 ounces. So yes, small servings because it's very potent. So it's almost like a shot style. Try for a new twist. Try Hedda over ice in bubbly wine soda. Cocktails or favorite food and dessert recipes. Yeah, so it's definitely small samples. It's got a little bag with a sheep on it. But I got one for both grandparents and one for ourselves. So, and I just like the bottle too, so that bottle I will keep. So that was cool. We could have done some damage just in the food and cheese, or the food and wine building, because there was lots of tasty stuff in there. I didn't get lunch because I just ate enough snacks that I didn't have to eat lunch. So after that, we were pretty much exhausted and went to the hill, and it was about 12:30, I think. The Ravelry meetup was wrapping up. We kind of went to the top out of the way. And then we ran into Adrienne and Sarah of the Reluctant Sisters podcast, which I knew she was going to be there, of course, and we planned on meeting up, so that was nice to happen to just, we were just sitting, and we're like, oh, there's Adrienne. So went over there and chatted with her for a bit, and that's when I got a little note. So you saw the notions post, that was a giveaway, so I got one for myself, with a little stitch marker as well, which I'm probably not going to be able to show you, but just a little blue crystal-y stitch marker. And a little kitty cat pouch. So very cute. Then we met up with everybody else. I ran it. So then it was the podcaster meetup. I didn't really do too much. I wandered a little. I saw Linda, who is LMECOLL on Ravelry or on Instagram. We ran into Shamika Makes, and then the organizer of Community, which was the documentary series that is in the works. I can't remember her name, but she had like the amazing sweater. It was like a mustardy, orangey base, and then it had all these beads. It was completely beaded, like with like pony beads, like all the whole thing, just beads. It was really cool. And we saw her as she was leaving. We're like, oh my god, we love your sweater. And she's like, oh, I remember you. We chatted for a minute, and it was very nice that she recognized us. And so that was exciting. And I should have taken a picture, but we were so fried by then. So after that, we went to Panera for dinner, and that seems to be I'm going to call that a tradition now, since it's been 3 years. I think we've been meeting at Panera for dinner. We're all exhausted. Any kind of restaurant is going to be busy. And, we just want to get in and eat. And it's cheap, and it's easy. So I got my autumn squash soup, which is always good this time of year. And we exchanged more gifts. So more stash. So Mandy, for me to my pinecone crafts, went all out. I got some mugs, which are downstairs. Again, I'll try to put a picture in. I got some minis and some pins, and stitch markers, and I got these little yarn cake cozies. So you make a cake of yarn and you kind of stick this over there so it keeps it from kind of exploding everywhere. I have a cake somewhere. This one's kind of small, but so you kind of put that over top of your yarn cake. Usually it would be bigger, so and just kind of like that. It keeps all the ends in. So I got those. We got little sloths and Christmas llamas. So now I want to go to Joann's and buy a bunch of craft or stretchy fabric and make some more because they're so cute. And then I got this amazing skein of fiber stash. And it's called the Dirty Crayon Box. And it is sparkly. So this is the year of sparkle. I got lots of sparkles this year. So there's that one. Super pretty. I forgot about that. Okay, so before we left, before we left Rhinebeck, I realized that I still needed to get my prize. So you saw the prize I got from CC's Wool earlier. Well, of course I didn't leave without getting one for myself too. So this was the one I got from CC's Wool. So this is there in New York. Sorry, I was reading the label. So this is Merino, 560 yards, Babbling Brook. So it's kind of like teals and oranges, kind of rusty. I don't know, just really liked it. That stuck out to me. So that was my skein of CC's. Okay, so back to prizes. So then I got some tea and minis from Lynn. And then I got all the minis, from Sarah. So like all the minis. And then I got minis and some ornaments from Brandy. So I got some minis, I got a BB-8 ornament, and then the catacorn. How cute is that? So those were Christmas ornaments. And then I got a little cat journal from Michael. A bunch of little cats on there, like mermaid, cat mermaid, ninja. Yeah, meow maid. The meow maid, the catacorn. Super cat. So super cute. I feel like it's too cute to use. Let's see. So those are all my gifts, I think. And I had some really cool cups, like I said, from Mandy, that she kind of put some Cricket stickers on, some Starbucks cups, and me and her exchanged. So last year I got a Vermont mug from her, and it broke. My husband accidentally broke it, pulling it out of the dishwasher. So this year she got me a new Vermont mug from Starbucks, and I got her a Michigan mug. So we kind of exchanged mugs. So then Jen and I went back to the hotel with Jim, with my husband too, and we split a bottle of champagne and we relaxed. And I might have done a little knitting. I was pretty tired, and hit the hay. And then Jim and I got up and were out to the door by 6 in the morning. Got to the grandparents' house at 5. Got the kids. They had dinner. We had dinner together and with the grandparents, and they got me a little cake for my birthday, so that was nice. So we were there for about an hour, and then we left, and we were home around 7. So all in all, not too bad, but we were pretty worn out. But it's always good to be home. Let's see. I think I showed everything. So life in review. I'm still alive. Still trying to figure out my place in this podcast world and in the real world. So summer was fun. We did lots of things, lots of same old things. But I don't know. I just had it's been a down year, kind of, just trying to figure things out, I guess. Got burnt out on social media a lot, so I'm gonna try not to do that again. So if it means just fewer podcasts, maybe once every couple weeks, once a month, but not stopping, because it's fun. I need to weed through my Instagram a little bit, clean that up, focus on my Facebook group some more, because that's been fun. But I do appreciate everyone that's reached out and messaged me and just been sweet to me. So back to Neatsy's Porch, Etsy. And speaking of people reaching out, so she sent me a little gift. So basically I decided to start posting on Facebook, and she's like, oh, I've been thinking about you and I wanted to send you this. So she sent me an iron-on. Oh, here's the paper. So she said she found this and she thought of me. So it was super cute and super true. So I am a craftaholic, no doubt. And there's cats in the picture and everything. So so it was an iron transfer. Oh yeah, it's all right here. And a little card. And with a very sweet note and message. And then some of her stitch markers, which were adorable. So of course that's why I decided to order some for my friends, because I thought that was a perfect little way to support someone who's supporting me, and fun little prizes for my friends. So these are cute, cheery yellow beaded stitch markers. And then when I ordered the other stitch marker, she threw in this extra one, which cracks me up. It's like a little emoji face, cheesy smile. So thank you so much, Neatsy, and again, check out her Etsy store. It's neatsysporch.etsy.com. And she has some real beautiful glass, like, beaded stitch markers. And I love these little tins. Definitely keep those. So I think that's it. Sorry if I've been all over the place. I tried to keep that pretty organized, tried to keep it relatively short, which about 45 minutes, not too bad, especially for a Rhinebeck episode. Oh, I totally forgot. One more purchase that I kind of knew I wanted to get, but wasn't sure. But as you recall, last year I got my giant basket, which I love. So this year I got a little baby basket. So this is my baby basket that I can use to just, you know, so everything's kind of in my big basket. And if I'm going downstairs, I can take my one project and stick it in my baby basket and take it downstairs instead of lugging the basket all over the place, the big basket all over the place. Or I can just put something else in. I don't know. It's just too cute. These are just so fun. I love these baskets. So that is my baby basket. And I think that is it. So again, I try not to be all over the place, but I'm always all over the place. So, and if you know me, that's how I am. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope to pop in again soon. I will not commit to a direct schedule yet because life is busy. I am coaching Girls on the Run again this fall. David has Lego Robotics Club. Oh, the kids are in Cub Scouts. I mean, there's just so many things going on with the children. So and it's, you know, now it's Halloween time. So we got lots of things going on. And then all of a sudden it's going to be Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, you know, I will pop in when I can, and I will make an active effort to do that. And again, I am pretty active on Facebook, so come on over to the Cat Lady group on Facebook, and I will try to get a little more going on Instagram. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye.